Hi there, Becky Amble, and we are going to continue on with our process here of going through CLEAR, CLEAR, the 5 steps to get better prompts so that you get better information from artificial intelligence that you're using. And this is from my recent book that's called How to Talk AI and Use the Simple 5 Step Process. Let's take a look. We are already at our final step. So, are you ready for that? Let's take a look and we will pull up that PowerPoint right now. So, here's where we started. And I want to just make sure we're back on the same page. You've seen this a few times now, and this is really the skills, the steps to get better information from your AI efforts. So let's take a look. We're going to go down, and we are on the R, and that stands for role assignment. And I would say this, and I think the iteration might be the two that people have found to be new insights for them a lot of times. Let's take a look at role assignment. And I frankly love this because I think it makes such a good difference. Now, these are just 5 examples. You can pick any role assignment that you want for what you're doing. And here we have an expert consultant. And that's a nice one to keep in mind because depending on what you're doing, you might be asking for AI to actually be some kind of an expert consultant or an expert on something. Maybe they're an expert on geophysics, or maybe they're an expert on consumer products in packaged goods in certain industries and consumer electronics or something. So think about that. And the customer advocate. So again, you might have them wanting to take the perspective, the AI, take the perspective of being a customer and having that customer experience, that customer perspective. A technical engineer can be a great one to use as well if you're dealing with something that might be precise. And again, a lot of what we've been talking about has been product development. That doesn't have to be super technical. A lot of times it might be, coming out of med device like I do, that's going to be very technical. So you would probably want to have a biomedical engineer or some other technical person as the role, as your role assignment. A CFO can be another really good one because they bring to the whole analysis or the whole presentation that you're going to get from your artificial intelligence, they bring some great financial perspectives. And then a regulatory advisor can be another role. It again is going to depend on your industry. However, it seems like more and more of our industries have some kind of regulation in them. So that can be a great tool. Think a little bit about what might be some other roles that are very typical for you to use when you are doing something with artificial intelligence. Again, keep in mind when you give the AI a role assignment, it helps the AI zero in on exactly what perspective and what viewpoint you want it to take, what expertise. As we usually do, we want to look at a bad example. Write about our new software product. Well, as we have seen in all the other ones, this is vague and unclear and lets AI do whatever it wants and make any assumptions that it wants. So here we go. As we saw, it's generic and misses the nuance or any real details that are needed to get you what you want. So here is our good one. You are a senior UX researcher or user experience researcher. Write a 200-word user story describing how a college student would use our new note-taking software. Highlight frustrations with current tools and desired outcomes. And you can see here that when you give it the role of a senior UX researcher, that's going to shape the information that it gives you, the output that it gives you. Imagine if you didn't have that and you still had your audience defined, hopefully, as a college student, and you told it what you wanted, the 200-word user story, etc. You can see how all these pieces come together to help make a good prompt. And what we really want to do, bottom line, in using CLEAR, the CLEAR method, is to transform your prompts because good prompts really take some effort. And they're crafted here, as we can see, with intention, clarity, and strategic thinking. And you've probably learned over time on your own, maybe without much guidance, that you needed to get more specific. And that's what I have for you. Again, here's the highlights of all of them. If you are doing something and working on a prompt, you could ask yourself these questions. Did your prompt state exactly what you needed? And that's in the first letter. L is lens and language. How about setting the audience, the tone or context? How about then looking at explicit expectations? Did you define the output format, the structure or length? Did you give it any examples? Possibly. And A for adjust and refine. Now that you've got your prompt and maybe you've got your first output, is it time to refine it? Could you refine it? Could you have it improve the results? And there on the last one, what role did you assign for this? Again, we have a lot of different ideas that we use. And okay, I'm going to get back to my screen somehow here. Yeah, one of these days I will have the whole new computer figured out so I won't have to push all these buttons. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and let me know how you how you develop your prompting, if you are finding it useful, if you are identifying the steps. And frankly, once you get the steps down, it will be so automatic that you almost don't have to think about it. And I hope you are progressing well on your journey to getting your prompts more efficient and effective so that you get more information back from AI that you can use. And again, remember, go back, reiterate, and tweak it, and use your own knowledge and experience to fact check and to make